CartoonTaj. Welcome back to the channel. And today, man, we're gonna do something different, man. I'm gonna start doing reactions, man. A lot of basketball content, a lot of NBA content, a lot of sometimes sports content, all together, really, football as well. And let's go ahead and start this reaction, man. And the first reaction is Cosgrove. He's a really good YouTuber, man. He do a lot of different spin on basketball content, man, and his more like a horror type feel to it. So it's gonna be interesting to watch. It's the four curses that have haunted the NBA for years. Oh man, let's go ahead and check this out. Come on, like a sci-fi network.
You know how in the movie The Ring, a mysterious videotape causes its viewers to die 7 days later after watching it, leading everyone to believe that the videotape must be cursed? Well, I think I found the NBA equivalent to this, in terms of a team's karma taking a dramatic turn after posting a video and photos. Immediately following their Game 7 victory over the Denver Nuggets this year, the Minnesota Timberwolves posted behind-the-scene photos of Anthony Edwards and company working out shortly after the win, hence why they're still wearing their uniforms. Their fans were a little concerned that they were overworking themselves, but one person suggested that they should be worried for a different reason, saying, "Phoenix did this and they have never been the same," causing fans to wonder, did they just inadvertently place a curse on themselves? You see, the Suns posted something similar back in 2022, a video showing them working out in the tunnel following a regular season win against the Warriors. But just 6 weeks later, they suffered an embarrassing Game 7 loss in the second round to the Dallas Mavericks after winning 64 games that year. And once it was realized that the Timberwolves were set to face that same Mavericks team in the conference finals this year after posting those photos, fans were scared that they were about to experience a similar fate. And sure enough, they did, as they lost the first 3 games of that series, looking like a completely different team all of a sudden, ultimately losing in 5.
They cursed themselves. They posted a
Man, so that's why Ant-Man and the boys lost, man. The boys worked out right after like win, trying to say, you know what, man, the hard work never stops. We're gonna continue, even if we win or lose. We're gonna work out and continue. Try to bring great prosperity among the team to keep getting eventual wins. But in all naturality, it became a curse, as we just seen. I guess rule of thumb: don't work out after the game. Personally, I'll be tired, but I mean, damn, man, back to the video.
picture in the gym after they beat the Nuggets saying not satisfied. And when you decide to post pictures of yourselves working out, learn from your elders. Why did you not learn from the Phoenix Suns of 2022, who also once upon a time decided to post pictures of themselves working out after a win? And then what happened after that? They lost to the Dallas Mavericks. And now the Minnesota Timberwolves, after beating the Nuggets, saying we're not finished, we're going to prove to you that we're not finished, just to show how hard we are working in this exact moment. A curse, I'm telling you.
Funny enough, the Suns even did it again this season, ironically after a game against the Warriors once again, this time with Kevin Durant on their team. And one person seemed to remember the first time they did this and what eventually followed. And just like before, they crumbled in the playoffs, getting swept by the very team who would go on to make the same mistake they did, with somebody being the bearer of bad news down below.
Oh my gosh, bro. Phoenix, you didn't learn your lesson. You don't work out after the game, man. Just chill. We get, hey, you're gonna get everybody involved. Unfortunately, it's a curse and you're losing. So you brought KD on the team. All right, man. KD said, oh, man, we gonna work out. Next thing you know, they lost to the T Wolves that lost this season from working out after the game. So I guess this is actually the rule, man. I mean, don't work out after after the game, I guess. Maybe you could get your shots up. You know, nobody lost because of that, I'm assuming. When I lost, but physically working out, lifting weights. I mean, you gotta chill on that one, though.
So just like how in the movie a videotape ended up being the cause of their demise, these workout clips and photos came back to haunt them. Back in 2015, Kobe Bryant presented Taylor Swift with a championship-style banner to honor the 16 sold-out shows she had at the Staples Center.
Make some noise for Kobe Bryant.
So, to celebrate those championships, we do something very special. We hang banners.
Kobe was just trying to do something nice for her and her fans, but didn't really take into account how certain sports fans would receive it. As we all know, Staples Center, now known as Crypto.com Arena, is home to the Lakers, Clippers, and NHL's LA Kings. And this banner was
No, man. Rest in peace, Kobe, bro. We all miss you, bro. We all miss you, man. I'm kind of shocked. I guess he's showing love to Taylor Swift, man. She's the number one pop star in the world anyway, but of the banner in the Staples Center, come on, bro. When you got the Laker legends, man, you got the LA Sparks, WNBA team, everybody showing love. I mean, we get it, bro. Come on, man. I know the arenas do musical acts as well as sporting events, but I just think, you know, maybe I have a plaque somewhere else, but come on. And the Raptors, man. Oh, man.
seen as an annoyance to all of those teams' fans. First of all, Lakers fans didn't like the fact that her banner was bigger than all of their championship banners. Clippers fans grew tired of the jokes that Swift essentially had more championship banners than them, which led to the Clippers covering up her banner with giant photos of their players whenever they had a home game. With
Just imagine you playing for the Clippers, man. You don't got no championships, man. Your postseason resume is really non-existent, man. And you come in there and you already seen the Lakers banners up there. You like, man, I can't stand these guys, man. We gotta get better as a team to beat them. Then you see a big old banner of Taylor Swift accomplishment, and you have nothing up there, man. Until you just seen that they had to put all Kawhi, PG, had to put them boys posters up there to really cover the fact that she's up there, man. And that's nasty work, man. That is nasty work.
the LA Kings ultimately doing the same, but their reasoning was a bit more sinister.
Taylor's banner was actually covered up by the LA Kings hockey team after fans complain it's a jinx.
The Los Angeles Kings will tarp over a banner recognizing Taylor Swift's streak of sold-out performances at the Staples Center after fans of the hockey team blamed the banner for putting a quote curse on the Kings.
You see, in the early 2010s, they were on a roll. They won the Stanley Cup in 2012 and in 2014, with the conference finals appearance in 2013 in between those two championships. In 2015, however, that all changed, as they haven't won a single playoff series since then, and the Kings, along with their fans, strongly believe that the timing of their losing streak with the Swift banner going up is more than just a coincidence. I mean, they might have a point here, or at least have the right to be suspicious of some sort of curse. So in late 2020, they finally removed it after fans wouldn't stop complaining, and because the Lakers needed to make room for their new 2020 championship banner. It kinda sucks that Kobe wasn't around to have a say in the matter when they decided to take it down. You could tell how happy he was when he gifted it to her, but I guess it was doing more harm than good by being up there. Now you may be wondering what ended up happening to that banner. Did it get thrown away? Well, not exactly. It turns out that the arena owners still have it. Quote, "It's folded up and locked away in a room here at the arena where we store other things." The way they put it made it seem similar to how the haunted Annabelle doll is currently locked away, safely housed behind a glass case. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they took a similar approach, because clearly people have their suspicions about it. So although they're technically inanimate objects, there's certain ones you just don't want to mess with, like this Orlando Magic jersey. Not this particular one necessarily, any Magic jersey that has the number 1 on it. I say that because there's a decently long list of players who wore that number who then went on to experience misfortune. A devastating knee injury that derailed a once promising career. Multiple playoff failures, including an infamous blown lead, with injuries waiting for him later. A torn ACL that would sideline an up-and-coming star for more than 2 years. And you could even throw in Gilbert Arenas if you want, because although he suffered his serious injury while he was with the Washington Wizards prior to joining the Magic, it's very fitting that he ended up with that number. That was just the quick version of why putting on this jersey is equivalent to Carly Beth and Goosebumps putting on this haunted mask. Once you do, you're effectively cursed.
Man, so my boy T-Mac Penny were cursed. Basically, two guys you could say if they never got hurt in a, like really in the prime of their career, man, what would we say about their career? That, to me personally, I think both of them are already Hall of Famers, especially Mac already Hall of Fame. Penny, man, Penny. At one point, bro, in the mid '90s, man, people were saying challenging MJ as the best player in basketball. Like him, Grant Hill, you throw all those guys in that mix, man. Matt's gonna do a video on the channel, you know, soon about that, about the injuries and what else factor, you know, from my perspective. But that's just man. The Orlando number 1, I always thought it was dope and iconic. When you see around Magic, you see number 1, you think of Penny, then you think of T-Mac. So you're like, man, two of my favorite players growing up, man. But man, supposed to be Magic, man. Supposed to be Magic Kingdom, man. Not the Nightmare Kingdom. What's going on here, man? And Gil, man. Damn, Gil. Man.
Now Derrick Rose wore the number 1 as well, but the reason why he's had his fair share of bad luck isn't necessarily because of that, more so than it has to do with the position he played on his team. Having suspicions that a certain position on a specific team is cursed is nothing new, and over the years, people began to suspect that that may be true when it comes to Chicago Bulls point guards. Back in 2002, Jay Williams was drafted 2nd overall by the Bulls after leading Duke to a national championship. He was expected to be the Bulls' savior at point guard, but after just 1 season in the NBA, he got into a terrible motorcycle accident that nearly cost him his life.
Jay Williams is still in the hospital at this hour, recuperating from a motorcycle accident.
I lost control of the bike. I thought I was in a different gear when it wasn't. And, the bike kind of just turned on me. And there is a pole in a tree, but I just tried to turn the bike at the last second. And I just happened to hit the pole. And his body spinning in the air and just ended up laying on the curb.
And just like that, his NBA career was over, often pondering about what could have been.
What if you had played for the Chicago Bulls for 12 or 13 years?
There wouldn't be a D Rose, I can tell you that. A Derrick Rose. I'm a little bit more competitive. I don't think I would have let that happen, but
which takes us to Derrick Rose. With him being the youngest league MVP in NBA history, Rose had the potential to be one of the greatest point guards of all time. That is, until he tore his ACL in his left knee during Game 1 of the 2012 NBA playoffs. And as a result, he was never the same. Fast forward to 2024. Who knows how the Lonzo Ball story will end? There was legitimate fear that he might never play again, but let's say there is light at the end of the tunnel, which this report seems to suggest. Who's to say that he'll even play at the same level he did before? Also, remember when the 8-seeded Bulls went up 2-0 against the number 1 seed Boston Celtics in the 2017 NBA playoffs? But after Rajon Rondo broke his thumb and was ruled out for the rest of the series, the Bulls would go on to lose 4 straight games without him? I would say this qualifies as a result of the curse, and that was the only season he played there. So if you're a point guard looking to have a long and healthy career, you might want to avoid the Chicago Bulls at all costs.
Oh man, Cosgrove. It's an amazing video, man. Amazing video. It just goes to show you, bro, that man, if you're not superstitious, man, and you don't know what team you're gonna go on, you don't know what number you're gonna have. getting drafted by a team like on the Blazers. I'm Greg Oden. You know, the history of the big men for this team, and they're either trash or they injured. Man, it's like, man, I'm stuck. You know, it is a curse that's a generational curse within the organization that, man, it's nothing I can do about it, man. If you look at Chicago Bulls, I never thought about that point guard position because Jay Williams and that motorcycle accident was kind of weird, man. It's not an on the court related injury, and this man almost lost his life, man. It's on a motorcycle. You know what I mean? Accidents happen, man, but damn, man, just he was supposed to be that guy after Michael Jordan, next star of the team. Then we go probably a decade later, and D Rose come in, man. And D Rose took the league by storm, won the MVP. At 22 years old, youngest to ever win the MVP. Then after that, man, the injuries, man, freakish injuries with his knees and stuff, man. And man, so got you think about the point guard position now. And I gotta tell you, man, it's a lot of stuff Cosgrove. You gotta put for a guy that really loved the game of basketball to watch the NBA, and you never the little things that, man, that's kind of makes sense. This is kind of a curse situation, man. But hope you guys like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm doing a lot of probably everything on this channel to the channel continue to grow. Y'all support, and eventually I have different channels, and I have a reaction channel. Then I have a main. We can keep this main channel strictly for making dope videos for y'all. And you guys follow me on IG, CartoonTaj. If you want some any artwork, any animations, just hit me up, man. And yeah.